From Spalding Stearns Field at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. This is NEPSAC softball here on LSP. Today it's the Lawrence Academy Spartans with a record of 2-5, 2-2 in ISL play, hosting Brooks with a record of 10-1, 7-0 in ISL play, and tops in the league and the only undefeated team in ISL play so far. Good afternoon or early evening, as the case is going to be shortly. Everyone, Sam Feely here with you, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Brooks coming off a 10-0 win over Phillips Exeter on Saturday. Only loss on their schedule is a 9-3 loss to St. Paul's in a game that did not count for the ISL standings, of course, but been run through the competition pretty easily all year. Lawrence Academy getting back on the winning track last time out with an 11-8 victory over Thayer on Friday. That was after a 3-game losing streak that followed that enthralling 13-12 comeback victory over Govs that you saw here on LSP a couple weeks ago. A game that LA was down 10-1 after 2.5 innings to Govs and then came back. Game that, early on looked like it was going to be a run rule victory for the visitors, but obviously did not turn out that way. Give the starting lineups for both teams in just a little bit, but if you want a little bit of perspective on where these teams stand with each other, commutative property, you never want to use that as the measuring stick for comparing teams. But on April 29th, Brooks did beat Govs 14-0, and that was in Byfield too. So, see what Brooks has in store for LA, as this will be the visitors' lineup. They are in the white jerseys with the black pants with the green letters and numbers. It will be Maria Pierce, a Colby hockey commit, leading it off at short, followed by Molly McDowell at third. Bella Hacker is behind the plate. Kayla Liberty is at second. Sophia Alvarez-Bacchus is in the circle. Jackie Giordano is at first. Katie McDonald is in right. Danny Bowers, the DP, and Addie Peel rounds out the lineup in the left. Addie D'Antonio is in center field. She is the flex player today for Brooks. Mentioned Sophia Alvarez-Bacchus on the lineup card as the pitcher this evening. Give me our pitching stats in just a moment. She is going to make her 7th appearance of the season. She is 4-0 with a 2.172 ERA in 6 games, 5 starts. She has allowed 20 hits, 13 runs, 9 of which are earned, walked 11, and struck out 45. Jackie Giordano is the the other pitcher on the Brooks roster, and one of 3 pitchers on the Brooks roster. And she enters play, by the way, at 2 pitchers. Excuse me. Misread the spreadsheet I sent earlier, but she's 6-1 this season with a 1.217 ERA and 91 Ks to only 7 walks in 46 innings. Almost 2 strikeouts an inning. Craig Kimbrell, eat your heart out. For LA, this is their lineup. It'll be Ava Glab leading it off at third, followed by Abby Moran in center. CJ Yonley is behind the plate. Jenna Gagnon is at short. Presley Boo is in the circle. Amber Banks is in left. Abby Webster is at first. Grace Walsh is at second. And Marina Peabody rounds out the lineup in right. No need for a DP or a flex player. For Teresa Ryan today, it's Presley Boo. We'll trot out there. Really some fantastic composure showed by Boo in the last time we saw her against Govs. Fall behind 10-1. It's easy to just, feel like, oh, you're going to, this one's a lost cause. She buckled down, and, she was also at the heart of the comeback, too, in that game. Boo is going to be making her 8th appearance of the season. She has started all. She's gone the distance in all 7 games so far for LA. 43 innings, a 7.326 ERA, and a 2.698 WHIP. 2-3 the record. In 73 hits, 74 runs, 45 which are earned, walked 43, and struck out 44 and hit 7 batters. So the Spartans waiting for Brooks to finish their IO here. Brooks got here a little late, so we were granted a little bit of a delay. So we'll wait it out for a moment. Got to let both teams have ample time to warm up. You can't hold the teams, accountable for whatever kerfuffle is going on 495 or whatever, as that is the road you have to take from Brooks to LA, and it's not pretty north or southbound this time of day. 5 o'clock, kind of an odd start for a Monday high school softball game that's not on Memorial Day, but I guess the traffic might even be worse. They were coming here on Memorial Day, with everybody coming home from Maine or New Hampshire or whatever, going southbound 495. But looks like Brooks has completed their IO, and we're going to have the captain's meeting right about now. And while we wait for that to complete, we'll let you know that advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. You don't even have to run a business if you just want to get a message out in support of any of the players or coaches or the teams. Just email Sam Feely, pbp@gmail.com for more information. Please note, if you're gonna buy a personal message on the broadcast, it must be family friendly, subject to my final approval, and no attacks of any individual or group, no athletes, no nothing on the teams or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yep, LSP 37 on YouTube. Yep. Yep. So we'll just send a gentleman come by asking where to find these broadcasts, and as you can tell, as if you're watching this game, you already know where to find it. But if you're down with the sound called LSP, then you can follow and support us on the web, Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Creator Spring, Ko-Fi, LSP 37, and of course, find us on Thumbtack for services outside the world of sports and live events. More information on that later on. So, Brooks is 7-0. The only undefeated team remaining in league play in the ISL, but a lot of the teams behind them, they've actually Brooks has actually played a good portion of their league games already. They have so there might be a chance for the teams behind Brooks to try and gain some ground, but when you're already, 2 games, you're already 7-0. If you're any team behind Brooks, you're rooting for LA to try and, even if they don't win this game, try to expose some weaknesses for the rest of the schedule, and maybe have a furious rally, the impossible dream equivalent to the 67 Red Sox or whatever. But hard to stop. The pitching stats I mentioned for both Alvarez Backus and Giordano. And I mean, you got some fantastic athletes up and down the roster for Brooks. Mentioned Maria Pierce being a Colby hockey commit. Ginger Perry, who is not in the lineup today for Brooks, she's committed to Colby as well. And there's one more Colby commit on the Brooks roster. It's the manager, Marcos Montiel, senior from Tewksbury. He is committed to Colby for men's basketball. My stepmother went to Colby. I'm trying to remember if my cousin did too. I need to go back into the Feely family lore and just trying to figure. I'm trying to remember. Did my cousin also go to Colby, or did he go to one of Colby's NEPSAC rivals like Bowdoin or Bates? But not going to figure that out now. But anyways, LA takes the field. Presley Boo again in the circle, and we'll see what she's got in store for us today against this loaded Brooks lineup. It's going to be Maria Pierce, Molly McDowell, and Bella Hacker leading things off here in the top of the first for Brooks. LA in red and Brooks in white. CJ Yonley fires the ball to second. We are ready for some softball. And Maria Pierce to lead things off. The shortstop for Brooks, playing in her 12th game, batting .342 with 4 doubles, 1 homer, 10 RBIs, scored 13 runs. Only drawn 1 walk and has struck out 5 times. All right. Pierce, a little on-guard stance there with the bat. Boo fires the first pitch at 5:10. We are underway. Of course, I nicked the camera. I nicked the USB cable for the capture card, but that'll be a strike. As soon as I just try to get the game going. I don't know, man. Rough week last week. Car broke down, had to reschedule a couple of games, but we're back. Never a dull moment in our house. 1-2 the count to Pierce. Little chopper down the third base line will be picked up in foul territory by Glab. Count remains 1-2. Up and away, not a bad idea to try and get her to chase. Got her to foul one off down and in the last time. See what happens going the opposite direction, but nothing doing there. 2-2, now the count to Pierce. This will be slapped into center field, carrying a bit, and it's out of the reach of the center fielder, Moran. Pierce is on her way to second. She will get there standing with a double. Leadoff double for Maria Pierce. So Boo able to get ahead of the Brooks leadoff hitter 1-2, but unable to put her away and a runner in scoring position to begin the ball game for Brooks. Here is Molly McDowell, the third baseman. McDowell, .538 average in 11 games. She'll foul this one off for strike 1. 4 doubles, 2 triples, no homers, 15 RBIs, 17 runs, 6 walks to 4 strikeouts. Count is 0-1 to the Brooks third baseman. That will be just high for ball 1. Pierce standing considerably far off of second there as Yonley held the ball. A bit of a standoff there, but no throws or advancement, and that'll be a swing and a miss. Strike 2 to McDowell, 1-2. Bella Hacker, the catcher, is on deck. One, 2 from Boo to McDowell. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Important first out there for Boo. The leadoff hitter gets into scoring position right away. So one down, and here is Bella Hacker, the catcher. Hacker batting .333 with 3 doubles, 1 triple, 1 homer, 10 RBIs, 15 runs, and 5 walks to 6 strikeouts. She'll ground this one to the right side. Second baseman Walsh has it onto Webster for the out, 2 down, up to third. Goes Pierce. G4 on the scorecard there for Hacker, now the cleanup hitter. The second baseman, Kayla Liberty. Kay's batting .419 this season, as that is up and away for ball 1. He's got 3 doubles, 1 triple, no homers, 14 RBIs, 16 runs, 10 walks to only 3 strikeouts. Want to know the count? Slaps that one foul the other way behind the first base coach's box, and it'll make the count 1-1. Brett Hart over there, the assistant coach for Brooks, and Andrea Heinze over at third base, the head coach. For Brooks, count is 1-2 to the Liberty. In there for a called third strike. 2 strikeouts in the inning after the leadoff double by Pierce, and a great job by Boo to prevent any kind of disaster, or even 1 run from scoring. Brooks nothing, LA coming up. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about taping, streaming, or announcing your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $150. Also, check us out on Thumbtack for our services outside the worlds of sports and live events, including pet sitting, dog walking, pet walking, need me to walk your cat, deliveries, errands, document graphic design, etc. samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. So we go to the bottom of the first after nothing comes of the leadoff double for Maria Pierce and Brooks. Now Sophia Alvarez-Backus, who was on deck when Liberty took that called third strike, will step into the circle for the bottom of the first. It'll be Glab, Moran, and Yonley due up for LA. Congratulations to Masataka Yoshida with a 1319 OPS, being the American League Player of the Week this week in Major League Baseball. Yeah, I know patience is not a strong suit with myself, but it's not a strong suit with any Red Sox fan. Sometimes you run out of patience with certain things. A lot of comparisons to the 2013 team with this year's Red Sox squad. We'll see. I mean, good on Chris Sale throwing 99 miles an hour for the first time in, 5 years? Anyways, Ava Glab to lead things off here in the bottom of the first. Third baseman for LA. Here's the first pitch, and it's up and away for ball 1. Up and in, 2-0 to Glab. Glab enters play slashing .278, .316, .333. That's on the outside corner, and the count will be 2-1. He's got only 1 extra base hit this year, a double, along with 1 RBI, 4 runs scored, and 1 walk. Little pop-up over the screen, over towards the generator that makes this broadcast possible, along with the financial and emotional support of viewers like you. The 2-2. Oh, way out in front of that changeup. Strike 3. That'll bring up the center fielder, Abby Moran. And a swing and a miss for strike 1. Might have been foul tipped into Hacker's mitt, but regardless. Strike 1 to Moran. Entering play, slashing 222, 417, 222. She doesn't have, gets this bunt down, fielded by the pitcher, and to the second baseman covering. Well, Liberty, typical 1-4 put out at first. 2 up, 2 down for C.J. Yonley. But yeah, no extra base hits on the season for Moran as Yonley pulls this one too far foul for strike 1. Only 4 hits in 18 at-bats, but it's been hit by 2 pitches and drawn 4 walks, so it's a pretty good way to pump up the OBP there. Yonley, behind 0-1, kind of after a slow start here. She's slashing 158, 333, 263. Only 3 hits and 19 at-bats. One of those is a triple, though, with 5 ribbies. And scored 6 runs. But it's 0-2 to Yonley. She'll take up and away, ball 1. Last year, a All-ISL nod for Yonley, and hoping to get on the right track here. It's a tough opponent, and this pitcher, Sophia Alvarez back has popped up behind short and able to secure it, just treading into the outfield grass. The shortstop Pierce for the out that retires aside. 1-2-3 goes the Spartans in the bottom of the first, and through 1, zeros across. Well, 1 in the hit column for no score. Trying to be a little too cute, I guess. At any rate, the LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD or digital copy of most past LSP video broadcasts, or check out our collection of exclusive merchandise, including the LSP hoodie, the Never Concede collection, and some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it. LSP37.creator-spring.com to place your order for merch, and email samfeelypbp@gmail.com to place your order for game videos. We'll go to the top of the second. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for Brooks, Alvarez, Backus, Giordano, and McDonald. Presley Boo able to get through the first inning without any runs scored, and despite the leadoff double by Pierce. And she's got against Backus. Sophia Alvarez Backus enters play batting .405 with 6 doubles, 1 homer, 13 RBIs, 7 runs scored, 5 walks to 8 strikeouts. So, pitcher against pitcher here, and the first pitch is strike 1. Bet the pitcher's going to win this battle. Yeah, I know, I'm cringe, but I embrace the cringe. The 0-1. Yeah, the pitcher did win the battle. Leadoff single for Alvarez Backus. So the leadoff hitter gets aboard for the second consecutive inning for Brooks. Now let's see if they can bring her home. We're able to get Pierce home from second on the leadoff double. She got to third on a ground out to the right side, but didn't come across. Here's a throw down to second. Offline, nicks off the shortstop Gagnon's glove, and that'll be a stolen base for I'm sure that is Alvarez Backus. Yep, that is. She does get the stolen base. It was a strike to Jackie Giordano, so runner in scoring position, 0-1 count. I had to make sure it was Alvarez Backus because sometimes you have the special pinch runner for your pitcher, as it'll be smacked up the middle, and that'll be down for a base hit. Alvarez Backus is being waved around third. Here's the relay home. The throw is offline, and taking second on the play is Giordano. It's 1-0 Brooks. It's a single for Giordano. She advances on the throw. RBI for Giordano, and now Katie McDonald will foul this one off for strike one. McDonald entering play, only hitting 161. She'll ground this one over to the right side and nicks off the glove of Webster, and everybody's safe. That's going to be an E3. Up to third goes Giordano. I was going to say, McDonald entering play, only batting 161 with 2 RBIs, 4 runs, but does have 4 walks. Bump up the OBP a little bit. Giordano, before that RBI single, was batting .353 with 2 doubles, 1 triple, 2 homers, 17, now 18 RBIs, 7 runs, and 2 walks to 5 strikeouts. Danny Baker's going to, Danny Bowser going to square and fouls it off for strike one. Danny Bauer is the DP today for Brooks. Infielders come in, anticipating another bunt attempt. She'll hold the bat, throw back to third. She is safe, and taking second on the play is McDonald. So second and third, 1-1 the count, and a chance for Bauer to come through in a big way. Outside ball 2. Bauer playing her 10th game is batting .250 with 3 of her 5 hits being doubles, 1 RBI, 5 runs scored. And that almost came in and got her, and the count is 3-1. Still nobody out here in the top of the second. Brooks went quietly after the leadoff double in the first, but looking for some thunder here. Already 1 home. Oh! Boy, Presley Boo wanted that one, but unfortunately it's a walk for Bauer, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. And that'll bring up Addie Peel, the left fielder. Peel will take out the top of the zone for strike one. Peel is batting .375. All 6 of her hits are singles with 4 RBIs, 5 runs. She has 5 walks, too. Almost a .500 on base percentage for Addie Peel. Outside. 2-1 the count. Right now, Boo would just love a comebacker to the circle and just at least get the force at home. Instead, it's a grounder down the first baseline. That's a base hit. That'll plate 1. That'll plate 2 as in to score Giordano and McDonald. To third goes Bauer. RBI single for Peel. It's 3-0. Lineup turns over for Maria Pierce. Throw down to second. No, she's safe. Close play, but didn't get the tag on her in time. A stolen base for Peel. After picking up 2 more ribbies, she's now in scoring position. Still nobody out in the inning, but very close to getting, at least getting our first out there. Throw looked to be on target from Yanli, but mishandled. Trying to get the tag on. Swing and a miss. A snap throw back to third, but back safely is Bauer. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. Pierce led off this ball game with a double, but was unable to score. Another stroke deep into right center might make it a 5-0 ball game. A little chopper to third, throw to first is in time. Here comes the throw back to the plate, but scoring standing up is Bauer, and taking third is Peel. So it's a RBI ground out for Pierce. Bauer scores. It is 4-0. Peel is now at third. LA does get an out on the play, but runner at third now. 1 down. Here is McDowell. Seventh batter of the inning is McDowell, the Brooks third baseman. It's high, it pops off of Yanli's mitt, but no advance at third by Peel. 2-0. Just a bit in front of the bag at third is Glad. This will be grounded to first. Just slap the tag on her. Sure, McDowell like to try and dance around that, but at some point you go out of the baseline and you're out anyway. So no chance for Peel to come home with it. And actually, coming up to McDowell to put the tag on her was probably the better play, because then your momentum is carrying you towards home plate in case Peel tries to make a break for it. Less ground to cover with your throw to the home. 0-1 the count to Bella Hacker, grounded out to second her first time up. And now we got time called, and we might have something, or I think Coach Heinz is communicating something to Hacker. All right. 0-1 the count. Fouls that one off the other way, and the count is 0-2. Been talking to Kevin Potter, and before the beginning of the Govs game, you saw Kevin with the hedge trimmers cutting out a hole here in the fence behind home plate. And the dual-layered fence. This is a little looper into center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Excellent piece of 2-strike, 2-out hitting by Hacker to bring home Peel, and it is 5-0 Brooks. Talking with Kevin Potter, you saw him with the hedge trimmers during the Govs game, getting rid of some of this second layer of fencing here in the backstop. That is upstairs for ball 1 to Kayla Liberty, the 9th batter of the inning for Brooks. I'm trying to figure out, after the first game, the one against St. Paul's, where should we set up next time? And I had done one game prior. Here's a throwback to first, but unable to secure the ball is Webster, and no tag. I had done one game down the third baseline before next to the LA dugout, but at that point you're shooting into the sun, so not a great look. But, with a little bit less metal in front. a bit of a better view, and you don't always have to put the camera right up against the fence in these situations anyways. Like this angle, at least you get, first and third in your view. Ooh, looked good. Could have been on the outside corner, but it is 3-1 to Liberty. Struck out looking to end the first, and I'm sure she's thankful for the ball free call there, so she's not immediately in danger of going down strikes to end another inning, but we'll see what she's got here on 3-1. Boo delivers outside, ball 4. And the conveyor belt keeps moving for Brooks as we have batted around. And here is Alvarez Backus to the plate for the second time this inning. Led off the inning with a single, stole second, and came around to score on Giordano's single. She'll foul this one off for strike 1. 5-0 our score. Brooks on top here in the top of the second. But nothing is assured. Saw the LA game against Govs a couple weeks ago. That game was 10-1 Govs after 2.5, and LA ended up winning that 13-12 after it looked like it was ticketed for a run rule victory for Govs. But, you never want to, you have those great comebacks, but you never want to dig yourself into a hole like that on the regular. Popped up into right field, and it will be off the glove of the right fielder, Peabody. 1 run scores. Here comes another. Into third goes Alvarez Backus. An error brings home 2 runs. And it is 7-0. Here's Jackie Giordano trying to drive home Alvarez Backus for the second time. She takes outside ball 1. So no RBIs for Sofia Alvarez Backus on that one, and it's 2-0 to Giordano. Singled home Alvarez Backus and came around to score on Peel's single. First time up this inning, and it's 3-0. 3-0. Count. On the outside corner for strike 1. I'm not using my usual baseball score sheets that I print out for this game, baseball and softball score sheets. This is pop foul, and it'll be a full count. I'm using my, my composition book that I use for a bunch of other sports, and I marked Alvarez Backus' second at bat this inning as being in the third. But 11th batter of the inning is this second inning is Giordano. She grounds this one to the left side and through for a base hit. Alvarez Backus scores. Second RBI single of the inning for Giordano. She's actually going to take second, in fact. Well, just slow enough to be a single, but snuck into second. First hit was clearly a single because she got to second on the throw trying to get Alvarez Backus, but this is a ground out by McDonald, and that'll end the inning. 12 come to the plate for Brooks, and 8 of them score. It is 8-0 Brooks after a buck and a half. LSP's next broadcast is Friday afternoon. We do have a broadcast, too, on Saturday. Friday afternoon when the Lawrence Academy Spartans host the Phillips Andover Big Blue. in NEPSAC softball action. Watch the game live and on demand on the LSP YouTube channel and buy a DVD or digital copy of the game from the LSP store. So we're going to go to the bottom of the second, and after Brooks was unable to capitalize with the leadoff double in the first, they more than capitalized with the first five batters of the inning reaching. And it looked like maybe Boo would have been able to navigate out of it without too much damage. It was 3-0. Pierce had the ground out to third. That made it 4-0, but then McDowell ground out to first. There were 2 outs, but 4 more runs still waiting in the wings for Brooks. And bottom of the second, middle third of the order due up. Here is Gagnon, who pops this one up behind second base, and it'll be caught by the shortstop, Pierce, for out number 1. So it'll be Gagnon, Boo, and Banks, if anybody gets on Abby Webster, here in the bottom of the second. Boo comes to the plate for the first time today. Gagnon's numbers on the season in just a moment as Boo pops this one behind first. And that will be caught by the second baseman of Liberty. 2 pitches, 2 outs? I'll take it if you're Alvarez Backus, that's for sure. I have to catch up on Boo's hitting stats, but here is Amber Banks. Automatic take. No, she cuts and misses. Strike 1. So Gagnon entering play today, slashing .474, .565, .737. That's a 1302 OPS, by the way. 3 doubles, 1 triple, 4 ribbies, 9 runs scored, and 4 walks. But the count is 0-2 to Banks. Boo on the season at the plate, slashing .364, .391, .545 with 4 doubles, 4 ribbies. This is grounded, fielded at second. Throw on to first is in time for another 1-2-3 inning for Sophia Alvarez Backus. Nothing's left the infield yet for Lawrence Academy, and Brooks still leads 8-0 after 2. Just one note on that, on Amber Banks. Her stats on the season entering that at bat, slashing .190, .227, .238, 1 double, 5 ribbies, 2 runs scored, 1 walk. Again, through 2, still 8-0. Brooks on top. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air on any LSP content for as little as $25 an ad, or if you want to buy a personal message in support of any player or team in on future LSP content, you can do that as well. Just please be advised that all messages must be family friendly and subject to approval. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. So we go to the top of the third, and it will be 8-9-1 due up for Brooks. Bauer, Peel, and Pierce. Danny Bauer leading things off. She walked and scored her first time up. Swing and a miss. Be popped up over towards the dugout, and it's caught. Great catch by Yonley. Ball turned back towards the field as she was in front of the Brooks bench and hauled it in. 1 up, 1 down. First time the leadoff hitter has not gotten on base for Brooks today. Here is Peel. Singled, stole base, and scored. She'll flare this one to right center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. So she's 2 for 2, along with a 2-run single her last time up before stealing second and scoring. Whoops. I need to put the bases graphics and the half-inning graphics in separate folders. Lineup turns over, and that's strike 1 to Maria Pierce, 1 for 2. Picked up a RBI her last time up with a ground out to third that brought home Bauer. Led off the ballgame with a double, but couldn't come around to score then. She slaps this one out of the reach of the third baseman, Glab. Oh, she looked like she was in perfect position to snare that one out of the air, but just out of the reach of her outstretched left arm. Couldn't haul it in, and now it is first and second, 1 out, as Pierce is now 2 for 3. You got Pierce at first. Peel at second. Molly McDowell looking to get on base for the first time today. She's the only Brooks batter who has not done that so far. McDonald reached on an error. Bowers had a walk. Well, Liberty's had a walk, and everyone else has at least 1 hit. 3-0. 2 hits so far for Pierce, 1 for Hacker, 1 for Alvarez Backus, 2 for Giordano, and now 2 for Peel. 3-0 the count. Automatic take here. Yep, down the pipe, 3-1, and McDowell will go to work. Peel at second, Pierce at first. 1 down here in the top of the third, and that'll be down and away. Ball 4, bases loaded for Brooks. So Peel at third, Pierce at second, McDowell at first as she reaches for the first time, and here is Bella Hacker. Strike 1. Hacker had an RBI single and then came around to score on the E9 last inning. She's 1 for 2, ground out to second her first time up in the first, and Boo able to catch the inside corner. Strike 2. Now, this could be a pivotal portion of the game here if Boo can maybe squelch a rally here. Because remember, it was 10-1 Govs after the top of the third when Govs played LA. And LA came back to win that game. Hacker will foul this one off. That was a 9-run differential. I mean, is there a huge difference between down 9 and down 8 after 2.5? Well, slap the other way and down for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes another run around third. Throw to the plate is not in time, and it's a RBI single for Hacker. 2 more score, and she takes second on the throw back to the infield and back to the pitcher's mound, and it is 10-0 Brooks. This will be grounded to second. Walsh knocks it down, able to fire to first in time for the second out. The Liberty is retired, but Hacker moves up to third, and McDowell scores, so it is 11-0. And Sophia Alvarez Backus to try and keep the line moving. Up and away for ball one. In there for a strike one, 2-1. Alvarez Backus 1 for 2. Singled, stole a base, and scored. Her first time up in the second, her second time up in the second, reached third on an error and came around to score herself. 2 runs in that scored by Alvarez Backus in that inning to help her own cause as Backers at third with a 3-1 count. And this will be grounded right back to the pitcher and throw on to first for the out that retires the side. How much difference is there between 10-1 and between down 9 and down 11, you ask? Well, consider that, Govs had to score 2 more runs in the next 3 innings to just try and keep LA at arm's length. So we'll see if LA can prolong this game. Obviously wouldn't be a run rule win after only 3 innings, but tried. Whoa, what the hell did I just? Anyways, we'll see if they can claw into this deficit a little bit, and never know, because like I said, the Govs game felt like a foregone conclusion at that point. See what Teresa Ryan's squad has in store for us after the bottom of after this break. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about stammering through your next sports game, gaming, tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $150. Also ask us about our services outside the world of sports and live events, where I don't have to make a fool of myself rationalizing everything on a live mic, including pet sitting and walking, deliveries, document and graphic design, etc. samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. I learned a new word the other day. It's called micromania, and it's an obsession with self-deprecation. But, gotta stay humble, right? Gotta acknowledge your own flaws. You people mean the world to me. There's been a change in the Brooks defensive alignment. Addie D'Antonio is no longer in center field. She's been replaced by Brooke Battaglia, a sophomore from Reading, Mass. Now, D'Antonio was the flex player, so she wasn't in the lineup, but now it'll be Battaglia in center field in the flex spot. Be the bottom third of the order here for LA in the bottom of the third. Abby Webster behind, 0-1, pops this one up, foul, and the count will be 0-2. Webster entering play, slashing 286, 375, 286, 4 hits, all of them are singles, 3 ribbies, 1 run, 2 walks to 3 strikeouts. Swing and a miss, strike 3. You hear all the time about, dominating performances in softball, but that's why the second strike, and usually there's an absurd number of strikeouts attached to them, but that's why the second strikeout so far for Sofia Alvarez Backus. Be a little nubber in front of the circle. Alvarez Backus has it and throw on to first. 2 up, 2 down. So Grace Walsh is retired. Walsh entered that at bat, slashing 190, 190, 238. 1 double out of 4 hits in 21 at bats. That'll be up and away for ball one to Marina Peabody. Peabody 182 on the season. Both of her hits and 11 at-bats are singles. 1-1 the count. The pitch count has just been very efficient. So, like, the thing about, high games with absurd strikeout totals is that there's usually a much higher pitch count, but I'll be down and in for ball two. What was that? 4 or 5 pitches in the bottom of the second, because the first 2 batters were retired on 2 pitches. And Banks swung at the 3rd pitch of that inning. 2-2 the count. I mean, take what you can get to, get the bats back in the box, right? Full count. Is Peabody going to be the first base runner of the game for LA? Are we going to go 1-2-3 once again? Swing and a miss, strike 3. I believe that was the first 3-ball count of the game for LA. I'll have to double check on the replay, but 3 strikeouts now for Alvarez Bacchus, and she is set down all 9 batters she's faced through 3. It's 11-0 Brooks. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD or digital copy of most past LSP video broadcasts, or check out our collection of exclusive merchandise, including the LSP hoodie, the Never Concede collection, and some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it. LSP37.creator-spring.com for merch. SamFeelyPBP@gmail.com for game videos. So we will go to the top of the 4th. And Jackie Giordano will lead things off.
I've got 7 hitting for 4.
We're going to have another substitution for the 3rd batter of this inning. Danny Bauer is scheduled to bat 3rd. But there's going to be a pinch hitter for her, according to Andrea Heinze, so we'll give it to you in a moment. But first, here is Jackie Giordano. Giordano, 2 for 2. Single and double so far. That is up and away for ball 2. Two and 1 the count. Three and 1 to Giordano. Skies this one into center field. And it is gone. Sometimes you forget how short these softball fences can be. It looks like might just land in the park anyways, just for a double, but Giordano able to get it up there for the home run. Well, I think Brooks will want to try and get her another at-bat because she's now a triple shy of the cycle. She's got a single, a double, and a home run. And it is 12-0. Katie McDonald to step to the plate. As that is outside for ball 1. She is the only player for Brooks with multiple home runs. This is laced up the middle and through for a base hit. So McDonald picks up her first hit after reaching on an error her first time and then grounding out to third. So here is the pinch hitter as promised for Brooks. It's going to be Kate Yannetti, freshman out of Topsfield, Mass. That is airmailed to the backstop and up to second on the wild pitch goes McDonald. 1-0 the count against Kate Yannetti, freshman out of Topsfield, Mass, where the fair is. Three and 0 the count. Yannetti is only getting her 5th plate appearance of the season here, and she takes strike one. 3 and 1. 3 and 1. She has 1 hit in 4 at bats so far, and she is come up empty there. It is a full count with nobody out and a runner in scoring position. Does have 1 RBI, fouls that one off and has scored a run. And he did take advantage with that 1 hit she picked up. She actually struck out 1 time, and she'll ground this one to the right side, fielded at second by Walsh, and on to first for the out. 1 down. To third goes McDonald. Productive out anyways for Yannetti in the pinch hit appearance. Get him on, get him over, get him in, as they say. Here is Peel looking to make it 3 for 3, but that is fouled off for strike 1. Peel's got 2 singles, 2 runs, and 2 ribbies to her credit today. Just missed inside, and the count will be 1-1. 12-0 our score. Jackie Giordano with a leadoff home run this inning. Leadoff solo shot, and then McDonald with a single, able to get to third. This is booted in the middle infield, and that'll allow Peel to reach. But I'm inclined to call that a single because it hit so slowly. It was first there, so that'll be a single for Peel, and McDonald will score, and Peel will get an RBI out of that. It is 13-0. Back to the top of the order for Maria Pierce. So 3 hits and now 3 ribbies for Peel on the game out of the number 9 spot. Pretty good spot to have those numbers. That bounces off the third base bag. It is a fair ball. No advance further than second by Peel, though, as the ricochet came right to the charging left fielder, Banks. So, first and second, I think we got another change coming up for Brooks. So we're going to have a pinch hitter for Molly McDowell, and it is Ginger Perry, the aforementioned Colby commit, senior out of Lincoln, Mass. And that is outside for ball 1. $13-0. Brooks on top. Perry looking for more, but that's foul. Perry is only getting her 5th plate appearance of the season. Does not have a hit, but has scored 1 run and drawn 1 walk. A little looper to right center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Will not be enough to bring home a run, but Perry does get her first hit of the season. So bases loaded, one out, and Teresa Ryan out to have a word with Presley Boo and CJ Yonley. So Perry pinch hits for McDowell, and McDowell went 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Perry gets a single, her first hit of the year, and unable to bring home a run, though, as the ball hung up long enough to prevent Peel from gunning it, but you got Peel at third, Pierce at second, Perry at first, and here is Bella Hacker looking to add on to a 2 for 3 days so far, and that'll be up and away for ball one. Hacker with, again, 2 for 3, 2 singles, and 3 ribbies to her credit. She's got 3 more runs waiting for her out there right now. 2-0 now to Hacker. And it'll drop in there for strike one. Sometimes you just got to make the pitcher prove they can throw a strike. Brew drops one in there, but then bounces this one to the plate, but no advance by the runners. Then again, when you're on the precipice of a possible run rule victory, you don't want to give away outs on the bases. Still have to play the bottom of the fourth at least. This is into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Able to keep it in front of her is the right fielder Peabody, so everyone else goes station to station. Peel scores 14-0. So 3 for 4 now with 4 ribbies for Hacker. And that'll be on the outside corner for strike one to Kayla Liberty. Pierce now at third, Perry now at second. You got Hacker at first. Liberty trying to get her first hit of the ball game. Has a walk, grounds this one to short. It nicks off of Gagnon's glove into center field. Everyone goes station to station. Brutal hop there as Pierce comes home. Bases remain loaded. 15-0 now. Brooks on top. Can you see why they're 10-1 and 7-0 in ISL play? Strike one is the call to Sofia Alvarez-Backus. 1 for 3. Through the hole in the left side for a base hit, and once again, everyone just going station to station. The merry-go-round continues. 16-0. And just some, Coach Hines even trying to decide who she wants to bat in this spot. She will send Giordano back up there. And what does she have for an encore after she led off this inning with a solo shot? Hacker at third, Liberty at second, Alvarez-Backus at first, strike one, or ball one. That's a ball. From what view you got? Two and one the count. Down the right field line, but that'll get foul, and the count will be 2-2. Still only one out in the inning. And I just realized that what did I just, I didn't. I mean, that's the score it feels like, I'm sure, if you're Lawrence Academy. They didn't click out of the score for Brooks. Means 3-2. Whoopsie. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. High pitch there. Giordano coming up empty. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for McDonald. And it will be Eliza Keekley pinch hitting. Freshman from my old stomping grounds, Lexington, Mass. 1. Keekley is looking for her first hit of the season, and she gets it into center field for an RBI single that plates Hacker. Up to third goes La Liberty, up to second goes Alvarez Bacchus. So her first hit and RBI. And we got, still bases loaded. 17-0 our score now. 1-1 the count. Second at bat of the inning for Kate Yannetti. 1-2. This will be grounded down the third base line. It stayed inside the line. It's a fair ball. Everybody is safe. So Yannetti picks up her first hit of the game, an RBI. It's now 18-0. And here is Addie Peel. 0-1 the count. Peel so far 3 for 3. Make it 4 for 4. Swing and a miss, and the count will be 0-2. 18-0 our score. Brooks on top. 8 runs in the second. 3 in the third, and now 7 more here in the fourth, which ends with a force out at second, fielded by Walsh. Through 3.5, and Brooks looks like they're on their way to 8-0 in ISL play. Are you down with a sound called LSP? Then follow and support us on the web, Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Creator Spring, and Ko-Fi, LSP 37. Yeah, I don't know if I want to bother like doing the totals and everything in this game. I mean, when I mistyped the when I kept typing the my keystrokes to change the count on the score bug, because like the way my hang on a second, we got some more changes here.
Molly McDowell's going back in for Ginger Perry.
Okay, so she's gonna stay at third.
Yep, and
Okay.
then there's a few position changes.
Okay, what you got?
Good.
Where are the position changes?
So 14 is now at shortstop
Mhm.
catching.
Yep.
17 is catching instead of at shortstop.
Mhm.
I believe they just swapped.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Okay. All right. You made it sound like there was way more than that. Okay. So so after all that, we just had all that shuffling there. We had just a straight position swap for this bottom of the fourth, and it's Molly McDowell. Well, we have Molly McDowell going back in the field after Ginger Perry pinch hit for her, but Maria Pierce and Bella Hacker have just swapped their position. So Pierce is now behind the plate, and Hacker is at short, and let's see if Alvarez Backus can put this one to bed. Top third of the order due up for LA. That is low for ball one. Ava Glab, Abby Moran, CJ Yonley. Glab struck out swinging to lead off the bottom of the first. Slap down the third base line, but that is a foul ball. 1-1 the count. In the dirt for ball two, 2-1. In there for strike two, 2-2. Cut a little bit more across the plate after it crossed the plate too. So 2-2 to Glab. A little pop up behind short and over the shortstop's head for the first hit of the ball game for LA. Like, get a new position, the ball finds you immediately, right? Works even if you've already been in the game, but Pierce was there for the first 3 innings, and now it's Hacker. That goes over her head. So the leadoff batter aboard for LA. Don't know if it really counts. I don't know if it would count as an official perfect game, even if Alvarez Backus faced the minimum this inning. Got the side 1, 2, 3 because it's only 4 innings, but it's a sac bunt here by Moran. It gets Glab up to second. So 1 down, 18-0 our score. And that'll bring up CJ Yonley. So Moran remains over for one. She grounded out 1-4 back in the first. Now lays down the sac bunt. Here is Yonley. Pop up to short her first time up. And she grounds this one to first. And winning the race there is the first baseman, Giordano. Up to third goes Glab. But 1 out remaining for LA. Jenna Gagnon, pop up to short her first time up. Takes up and away. Ball 1. What I was going to say about, the Brooks' score filling up so much on the score bug was that because the way I operate OBS with these streams, that's just one I miss, is that I have the keypad for score, to edit the score, but I also have the numbers across the top row of the keyboard, 1 and 2, to do a quick entry of a ball or a strike or an out, but then I might lose my place and I start typing the numbers in the number keys at the top row on the scoreboard, and it's fun. 1-2 the count, swing, and a miss, and a tag at home plate for the out. And that will do it. It is a 4-inning run rule victory for Brooks. They improved to 11-1 overall and 8-0 in the ISL with an 18-0 victory. Players of the game for Brooks, everyone who got in the game for Brooks got on base at least once, including everyone who batted anyways. Got on base at least once, including the pinch hitters, Keekley, Yannetti, and Perry. So late afternoon, early evening win in the mid-spring twilight here in Groton, Mass. And Brooks comes away with the big 18-0 victory. Sofia Alvarez-Backus gets the win, 4 innings, allows just 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 4 Ks, bookending this game with strikeouts. In fact, Glab to lead off the bottom of the first, and then Gagnon to close it out. LA falls to 2-6 and 2-3 in the ISL, and even though Brooks has all these games already played in league play and a number of teams behind them, still with plenty of games in hand, it's going to be tough to try and surpass them for the ISL title. I will tell you that much. So with that said, this has been a presentation of LSP. Something for everyone for over a decade. Copyright 2023. Unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of LSP is strictly prohibited. A reminder that you can advertise on future LSP content for as little as $25 a spot, or hire us to work your next live event or any of our other amazing services outside the world of sports and live events by emailing samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. And our next broadcast will be Friday afternoon when Lawrence Academy hosts Phillips Andover NEPSAC softball action. You can watch the game here live and on demand on the LSP YouTube channel and buy a DVD or digital copy of the game at the LSP store, lsp37.creator-spring.com for merch, and email me, samfeelypbp@gmail.com for game videos. If you're down with the sound called LSP, then follow and support us on the web. Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Creator Spring, Ko-Fi. LSP37. Don't forget to find us on Thumbtack, too. Once again, the final score from Spalding Stearns Field at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. It is Brooks 18 and the Lawrence Academy Spartans nothing in 4 innings. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you, as always, freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in. Fresh for 2023. Suckers.